Hello all, welcome back to my series on Subnautica. This is episode 4. Today we're going to get started straight away. I'm not going to mess around, I'm going to do some talking as we get moving and I'll explain what the plan is for today. Okay, so before we get started today, I'd really quickly want to mention, I have actually had to re-record this episode. I was running into a lot of file problems. I've mentioned I've streamed this to my YouTube before editing it and uploading it into episodes. And unfortunately, the recording that I did for this episode already, it got deleted. I don't know what happened to it, but I went on to have a look and get the footage, and it just wasn't there. So I figured we would pick it back up and we'll just take off from where I was. I just changed the colours of our signals so that we can see them a bit better when we're underwater. I feel like for today we should try and improve this base. This should be something that we were doing maybe last episode, but we didn't quite get on with it. It'd be a very good thing for us to have, is more space, more storage area. I'm actually going to go around right now and I'm just going to grab all the metal salvage I can get my hands on. I'm going to take some time to explain essentially what I tried to do last episode. We have a radio message, that's cool, we'll look at that when we get back. Essentially, I swam around and I went to a couple of the radio signals that we had out in the middle of the ocean with the pods. I don't think I really missed anything important. It was just a tiny bit of speaking towards the story. We're just talking about how they crashed, and obviously they're not alive. They didn't survive any of the landing, so we're still the only people as we know. I did have a message from the Sunbeam, I'm pretty sure in the last episode, saying that they were going to come down and try to get us, so maybe that's what that radio message there is actually about. Just see how we go. I'm going to get all this metal scrap. We'll go back and I'll show you the blueprints that I managed to get in the episode that went wrong. I actually made the mistake in my other recording of trying to go down to the jelly mushroom caves. I know I've been speaking about them a little bit, and I tried to go down into them. I tried to go in there. I tried to scan a little building that was down there, and as you can see at the top of my screen, I have a crushing depth of 200 meters. These caves that I was in were just bang on 200 meters, and I was constantly battling with the depth, repairing the sea moth in and out, trying to get it moving. Believe it or not, I actually destroyed the sea moth at one point. I completely lost it. I had to end up loading my old save file in and losing a little bit of progress so that I could get it back. So we'll make do with what we've got now instead. As I say, I'll show you my blueprints real quick. As you can see, we got a couple of things for our vehicles now, a lot of upgrades. You can pause the screen to maybe have a little look at them. A lot of equipment. I've got a better tank. We've got a thermoblade, which allows us to cook food instantly the second that we hit it. Just going to get some oxygen real quick. Here we go. So this is the base rooms. I managed to find a moon pool while I was off camera, a large room, some glass structures, and a multi-purpose room, which is going to be the one that we're going to end up using. I've got my hands on a thermal plant, so we don't need to rely on just solar panels anymore. We can actually put this somewhere really hot, and that will generate energy as well. I think that's about it, really. I got a vehicle upgrade console that kind of works hand in hand with the moon pool. Found a fragment for a power cell charger. I found a fragment for a battery charger. A lot of things, really, and a lot of furniture. So I think the mission for now is I'm probably going to do a little bit while it's dark, and then when the sun comes back out, I'll cut to that. Let's see if we can end up making a little improvement on what we've got at the moment, because it's really not a lot. Let's put this down here, see what this ends up looking like. I think this will be a nice fit for the time being. There we go. Not too far.
Separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity. Treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not.
Of course, PDA. It's not our official home, you know, but it is where we're going to be staying for the time being. I'm hoping this will be a good start, good little foundation. Going to get some oxygen, see where we are in relativity to the ship. Okay, so we're in a good spot. This is fine. Right now, I'm just trying to make some inventory space so that I can end up deconstructing this little temporary base. It is now daytime again, so it's looking quite good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, am I? No, I'm not, because I need to take the stuff out the inside first. Okay, it looks like we're going to fill back up on this. I should have probably done this from the start. Probably shouldn't have made a base until I had these blueprints. But I kind of wanted to just get a place to put some stuff. You know I can make waterproof lockers, but they're just really not that big. We've got ourselves a way in. We have no power yet. Wow, I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but it is really hammering it down where I'm at right now. Right, let's get inside here really quick. I want to put myself habitat. Not habitat, what am I talking about? A locker. Let's just put it here for right now, just so we can move everything in. Let's put this on.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Good. Let me go and grab the rest of the stuff out of this base, and then we'll get rid of it.
See power only.
Okay, just putting these in as well. We'll figure out what to do with all this at a later date. There is also a lot more decorations that we're going to be able to find when we start going around the map. Eventually we're going to have a really cool looking base. Now we can start taking this apart. It's going to become a lot faster. Okay, that's it. It's all gone. Really as simple as that. We didn't have much of a base to start with. A very small little pod. We're going to have a bit more space, more comfortability. We can put all of our lockers up against here. Maybe a water machine, a grow bed, or maybe just a normal bed. We still need to find one of them. Speaking of which, maybe it's time we start looking in here at what we can actually make. Make a thermal plant. That requires aerogel. That's going to be a really difficult recipe to unlock. Okay, and in this tab here, I can't get steel ingots because I'm pretty sure I need lithium, and I don't have a lot of that. A moon pool. This could be something that we could do. Let's go outside and see what it looks like. Okay, I kind of like this. I do kind of like this. This looks pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen the moon pool before, it's going to hold the sea moth so that we're able to charge it using solar energy. But we do need to get the ingredients for this. Thankfully, it's not too bad. I think I might have lead already. Awesome. So we have our lead. Let's grab some more titanium. That actually might be everything. Okay, never mind. It's not titanium, it's a titanium ingot. So we need to quickly go make these into ingots. While we're here, we may as well play our radio message. Let's see what this says.
This is Sunbeam. You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
Okay, lovely. So it looks like the Sunbeam might actually be coming down to help us. Last episode, they apologised for not realising quite the scale of the crash, quite how bad it was. I don't know if I accept their apology quite yet. Maybe if they come and save us, then we'll accept it. Okay, there's our second titanium ingot. We should be able to make this moon pool now. The one thing we're still missing that we really, really want to get our hands on is a bed. Just a normal bed that we sleep in and we can skip the night with, you know. I don't quite like it being nighttime on camera. It's quite difficult to see. Might need to make some reinforcements for our base. In the top left right there, as you just saw, it said hull strength reduced, because we're adding more and more. It's getting weaker and weaker. We're going to need to put a couple of reinforcements in here, but it really shouldn't be any worries. Okay, it turns out I can actually do it straight away. It's a piece of lithium and some titanium.
It is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
Okay, well, we've already started doing that with the life pod, calling the life pod Henry as characterizing an inanimate object. So, yeah, we've fallen victim to the trap already. I think that reinforcement went through. Yes, it did. So now that's our first reinforcement. It'll give us a bit more strength. It's a nice, spacious area now. This is where we would obviously come in. We're going to have our main living quarters here with all of our fabricators and things like that, storage. And in here we'll have our bay for our vehicle. Just going to grab some food because we're looking very low on food. Okay, this episode I'm actually trying something a little bit different. Normally I stream these episodes, I upload them to YouTube on private so that I can get access to them, and then I'll go back and I'll cut it up and I'll edit it. I'm even tempted at the end of this series to put all of my live stream episodes on public so you guys can actually go look and have a see what I was doing behind the scenes. I'm trying to currently, this episode, I'm actually live streaming to my phone and recording it as I go. So we'll see what ends up happening. Let's have a snack really fast.
Stabilizing.
Okay, so we're looking real quick here at some of our furniture that we're able to make. Looks like I've got a desk, got some chairs, got a trash can, I've got a vending machine, that's quite cool. Put a couple of these in, and let's just see how we go. I'll probably put it over, oh, I don't know. Let me place that there for a second, pick these up, get rid of it, no, then go again. Okay, that'll sit nice for the minute. I've got some titanium in the locker. We'll go through and do what we can in a second. Let's put a swivel chair down here. A little bit of decoration. This is all we're really able to do at the moment. I know it's not a lot. As I say, we'll get a lot more going eventually when we're able to make more things. Maybe right now we just chuck this here. Like so. Fabricator is definitely something that's going to be needed here. Where do we put it? That's the question. Let's put it on this wall here. This will be good. So let's start building some of this real quick. Titanium gold. There we go. Let's make that. Awesome. What's that? 2 titanium, 3 titanium. 1, 2, 3. Vending machine, glass, and 2 titanium. We have quartz, but we need 2. Maybe instead, I'll make a window. Let's do that. I can do it there, I don't really want to do it there. We'll do this, why not? It's 2 pieces of glass per window. Maybe I'll do this one first. Then do this one. No. Let's do that. We can actually fabricate in here now. So this is good. Lovely. Got ourselves our first window. Can't see a whole lot, but we'll make it more homely as we get going. I'm gonna go grab another couple pieces of quartz, just because I want to make some more glass things, and we're obviously gonna need a lot of quartz for that. I could even make an aquarium. I just don't want to go too crazy straight away, so then we have nothing to do later, you know. So I've been thinking about going over to this Aurora ship at some point soon, and I've realised that before we do, we either need to put a lot of storage inside this sea moth so that we can carry things, or we need to make our Cyclops. In the last episode, just before we died to the explosion for the ship, it actually popped up on screen and mentioned about a Cyclops. I hope it does. Oh. Cyclops. It's a really important vehicle that we're going to need to get at some point in this playthrough, and I have a feeling that we should try do it before we go to the Aurora. That way we can fill up from everything we find there. All of the bits and bobs we get out of the Aurora can go into the Cyclops, and we can bring it all home in one run. Maybe we'll get that in the next episode, and then yeah, we'll go to the Aurora and we'll clear the place out. I think I have enough to make this now, our vending machine. I am hoping at some point we're going to get another radio message about Sunbeam. I'd quite like to end our episode with the Sunbeam either coming down or at least about to come down, you know, for the episode after. We'll see how we end up going. Maybe we'll just dedicate this episode to building the base. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. Put these things down in here real quick so we don't have to have them filling up our inventory. Lovely. One thing I am going to do, I haven't done this yet, I'm going to perform a self-scan. So obviously, as you know, we can go up to things in the environment and we can scan them, but I'm actually able to scan myself. So let's give that a go real quick, see what it ends up saying.
Scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor.
Okay, great. That's good. That's about what we wanted. We're on an alien planet, so There's a high chance that there's alien bacteria and alien things here that could get in our system and mess us up. So it's good to constantly be checking ourselves like that. I think I'm really quickly going to go put the sea moth inside the moon pool. I was meant to do that a minute ago and I completely forgot. Got a little bit sidetracked. So I'll show you the animation for when you drive it up inside here. It's really cool. And there we go. Now our sea moth is sitting in here and it will be charging itself while it rests. We can also access our upgrades here, and we are going to need to do that. Maybe we make that one of our next steps. Okay, so it's a computer chip, a diamond, titanium and lead. Lovely. This, if I open my data bank real quick and I go down to modification station, which is what that is, we can make a thermoblade which cooks food instantly as you hit it, a really high capacity tank, ultra glide fins that increase our speed. That's really cool. Sea moth depth modules, so we can go down further in the sea moth. And eventually we're going to get our hands on a prawn suit. But I'm not going to show you too much about that because that's like more of an end game item. It's something we don't really get till we finish the game nearly. Okay, this is it, guys. I think this is it. Alright. Here we go. Great. Now, guys, we're going to make ourselves a survival knife. Sorry, a thermoblade. Straight away. This thing. Now, look at this. We now have cooked food by the swing of our hands. If we're ever hungry, we don't actually need to craft the food. Now we can just we can hit it and it'll be cooked straight away. What's next? What's next? We could bring our radio down here so we don't actually have to go up to the life pod. Although I quite like standing on the life pod when listening to them. I think for the time being, I might just make myself some very basic wall lockers. You know, we can put a lot more things down here as opposed to filling up a life pod constantly. We have a water filtration machine. This was something that I came across when I went down to the caves. As I say, I ended up destroying the sea moth when I went down there. Had to reload my save file. It was quite painful. But while I was there, I managed to get this. So if we were to make this, we don't even have to go and get the bladderfish. We can just come in here and every couple of minutes we'll have ourselves a water bottle. The problem is, to make aerogel, I think I need deep mushrooms. I want to say it's deep mushrooms. I could be wrong. Matter of fact, I don't even think we have the blueprint for aerogel yet. We've got status rifle and a propulsion cannon. We've still got these to get. I think maybe, for the time being, we make ourselves a storage module for the sea moth. We try our best to put the ingredients into this. It is just titanium and copper wire. I need to put this down. Oh, I do have a piece of lithium. Let's go. Alright, can we make a computer chip? I think next episode I will dedicate to the Sunbeam. It says that they're coming to help us and coming to save us, quote unquote. This episode is probably just going to be about building this base up. We've come a long way very, very quickly. We had none of this at the start of the episode, so I don't want to go too crazy into it. It's going to be a lot to take in. Okay, computer chip. Love it. Let's put it into this. Did we get copper wire? No. Ah, because I used the copper wire to make the computer chips. See, they're sneaky like that. I need to put a beacon underneath my base so that I'm able to easily find it. Copper wire. Here we go. Hopefully we can get this done now. Seamoth docked. Right, we're not going to name it or colour it yet. We might leave that till next episode. We'll do something. Here we go. So now we've got a whole new menu. We've got a brand new menu for all of these different things. Seamoth Depth Module Mark 1. There we go. So we can get the Depth Module Mark 1 now. We can go down a bit further. Solar charger, defense system, sonar. There is honestly so much in this game, guys. That's the stuff to do with the prawn suit. Crystalline sulfur, you can die very easily getting that. So we've got to be careful and take our time. As I say, messed up an episode due to pushing a bit too far ahead and going somewhere I shouldn't have gone. So let's just do what we can for the minute. Take this Seamoth. Nice. Now we've got a little storage pack on the side and we can put things in here. I think that's about it for me. I think that's honestly about it. I know there's copper wire and aerogel, but we're not going to be able to get the aerogel. Not in today's episode. I know that for a fact. Maybe we go check over at the life pod, see if there's any more radio messages. And if not, then maybe we just end the episode here. Okay. Doesn't seem there's anything here. Have I left anything inside the pod? Okay, we'll take that. I will take the medkit. We can actually kind of afford to move out of the life pod now. We are fully over here in our base. There is one thing I am going to do before I end the episode, and I'm going to put a beacon underneath this place, because if it wasn't for that life pod right there, I wouldn't know this was here. Okay, so we made ourselves a beacon, and honestly, let's just shove this underneath the base. Why not? Let's put this here and throw it out. This is our beacon. Can we name it? Home. Good. Home. This is us now. When I go away, we will see home. So yeah, for today guys, I think I'll probably end up leaving it here. We managed to get a real lot done when it came to the building side of things. I managed to make the modification station. We made a moon pool. We even made ourselves a little bit more storage. Let me get up here. A little living quarters inside here. And of course, we've got the vehicle upgrade console, which I'm surprised I didn't think to go and get earlier. This is going to open up our game. See, this game is just upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. And you use what you make to go further down or to go further away. They kind of wanted it so that you could... The whole objective was to go around and find out for yourself what you're meant to do. They don't give any sort of information to you apart from the PDAs and the life pods, which we didn't actually get any of this episode. I have a feeling that next episode it's going to be the sunbeam is going to be our main point of interest and our main event. Maybe next episode as well we get out on the hunt for that Cyclops, because Cyclops is something that I really, really look forward to making every time I play this game. It's basically a mobile base. We've obviously made our base here, but when we start getting to endgame, we're going to need to take things with us, and that's going to be the Cyclops. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode today, guys. I know it was just mainly focused on the base, but I feel like we needed to get this addressed and get it out of the way. I know there's a rendezvous point over here, and we will go check this out at some point. I'm sure a couple of you have seen it says dry land. Yes, there is an island over there. So we will go have a look at that at some point. There's going to be a little bit of story for us to uncover there, and a lot more blueprints too. We leave it here for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for sticking around until the end. Make sure you subscribe, maybe leave a like if you feel generous. And yeah, much love to you all. I will see you in a little bit.